You want to know something? The reason why you and someone that you love are unable to reconcile, get back together, it's because someone is really good at guilt tripping a person. They are a master manipulator. They know how to say just the right things to make this person feel guilty and responsible for whatever emotional state that they're currently experiencing. I don't care if it's tears. I don't care if it's crying. Use mine in the closet. Or hell, it may not even be tears. For some of y'all, all this person have to do is say, "You told me when I made a decision, when I opened my heart." You can use that one, yeah. When I made a decision, when I opened my heart, you promised me that you wouldn't let no bad news. You promised me we would be together forever. You promised me you were telling the truth. You're just like everyone else. And so this person has to take a deep breath and they're like, fuck. It got me. Because if this person doesn't keep their word, it makes it look like they were a liar. This message feels very specific, and I'm talking to someone that has some real serious inner child trauma, abandonment wounds, someone that trauma bonds with a person when they're in love, especially when they get bad news, right? You could have been used as a child to like guilt trip the father figure or guilt trip a mother figure in regards to leaving or in regards to breaking up. And so it's like, oh my God, you're going to leave me to do it all by myself. What about the baby? What about this? What about that? Now, if you know that you're the type of person where if someone is saying, I'm going to leave or I can't do this no more, you just let them go. And you're not going to sit there and beg no one to stay with you, then this message ain't for you. This message is for someone that intentionally knows how to get someone to stay in a relationship. They know how to hold on to their partner. And this person, whoever you're connected to, could have wanted someone. They could have a fear of losing someone or a fear of a connection failing. And so they attracted someone that would be so clingy and so emotional attached to the point where even if they tried to leave, it would be damn near impossible. Impossible. So someone's getting exactly what they wanted or they thought they wanted. For some of y'all, this person wanted you to be like that on them. They wanted you to be. I think this person wanted you to be possessive. Like, oh no, you mine. You ain't going nowhere. They thought that was a turn on. I don't think this person anticipated. Someone to be emotionally manipulative. A possessive person doesn't have to be emotionally manipulative. I mean, they can, but that's someone who doesn't really have no real power or influence. They gotta play dirty. They get what they want. So This person, your person, told someone else that they don't want to be with them. They don't want to see them. They don't want to have to deal with them if they don't have to. And they said all those things because you were listening. Their true feelings about the other person, they feel like that person is getting a lot of buzz. They feel like that person is going to be very abundant. They feel like the person that they had to push away is in their most glorious season. You know what I'm saying? And they're watching this person blossom and grow beyond them and make connections and prosper. And they're looking at that person like, look at them go. Look at them go. Look how far they're going. I know they're going to go very far. But their hands are tied with you. Whoever you are that's watching this, it feels like a third party observer. This is your end goal. This person is your end game. I don't think you planned to go beyond acquiring this person. Like, you didn't plan for tomorrow. You didn't plan for the foreseeable future, where the day would be you realizing that the relationship that you are working so hard to keep is only staying because you said so. Is only staying or sticking into it because you have taken away their free will. This is someone that is submitting to you, surrendering their free will. This person's consciousness is kicking in. They're trying to get their head right. They're trying to figure out how you got them like this. This person feels like you did something to them, but I don't think you did anything to them. Like, I don't think you had to light no candles or say no prayer over this person. I feel like you got them real comfortable. You fatten them up. You fed them. You gave them a shoulder to lean on. You trauma bond. And you created a soul tie. And you figured out a way to this person's heart is probably through their stomach. And the desire to have a home and to belong. So you nurture their demons. You want to win the race. Everything that you are to this person is coming to a realization that, damn, if I was like that with collective, if I treated collective the way you're treating me, if I handle them like this, I would leave me too. This person is having like a guilty conscience. And I think this is someone that never has they're too prideful to have a guilty conscience. But being with you is making them realize, like, hell, if I was anything like this, I gave people hell. This person missed the simple. They miss the simplicity of how they had something with another person. Look at that. Test results in reverse. Is this someone that was hoping that something came back negative? Whoever you are, you remind this person of like this being like the worst day of their life. Like some type of news you gave this person was like the worst news they ever received. I don't care how happy they were, how smiling they were, whatever test results, this was like, it can't be mine. It can't be. This can't be what I got. This, like, you closed the door of some type of reconciliation, and they are dreading the day that some type of that collective finds out. Digital love. This person wish they never met you on a computer. Misunderstood. This person, you never really got to know the real them. They feel like they never really got to know the real you. And it's like, how they known this is who you really are when they met you online, when they met you some type of digital love, when they met you online or in some type of way, they would have never breed you. That's what I'm hearing. Somebody saying I would have never breed you. Test results in reverse. They think about this a lot. If I could turn back the hands of time, commitment issues in reverse. Now they gotta commit. I think this person may have even said it. They felt they manifested it. They could have been putting in that work, okay, laying in that pipe, and saying this in your ear, like, I want you to have my kids, stuff like that. We have scam alert in reverse. When y'all met, you shared your past with this person. So you told them like all the things that happened to you, all the stuff you had to deal with the ex, your issues, like tired of like the dating pool is trash. And this person said to you, like, I'm the real deal, I'm genuine, I'm not like them other people. And you took a chance on this person. And you are holding it over their head for dear life. Like, I took a chance on you, motherfucker. You gonna act right. And so, because this person is waiting, I'm gonna be honest with you, whether they tell you this or not, they feel like, shit, it could potentially be somebody else's. It could potentially be someone else. How do I fucking know? I wasn't the only person you were talking to. But they waiting. This person is waiting because something is too early to test, or something is too early to get official records or official tests being done. And so this is like, we're going to move the connection to the next level. We're going to expedite this and move it faster. But if this shit didn't happen, or if you didn't come with this news, this person would have been gone. You was going to have to be mad at them. But they care about you attaching some type of negative stigma. They can't have you and another person both being able to say something negative about them. Because then that was like, nah, it's one thing to say that one person is crazy, but to have two people saying you ain't shit, That's different. So now this person feel like they stuck in a false connection. They feel like they were trapped into commitment and they were forced, right? Secret love affair. They feel like they're forced. Invite only. So this person only wants select people knowing about this. Pay attention, because they only gonna want select people knowing about this. They only gonna want select people knowing or invited to certain things or aware that y'all are moving. And they're gonna say like, oh, it's because I don't want nobody throwing shade. I don't want nobody haters. I don't really fuck with haters, social media. Keep my love private. But this person don't feel like they can go any place further because you got power couple in reverse. If you didn't have this hanging over this person's head, they would pretend like they didn't even know you. They walk right past you on the streets like a stranger. Damn. Yeah, now this person got to really mind their business and they really got to detach and they really have to let something go because they done planted seeds with you. And they just don't want you to be able to say that they were ain't shit nigga just like everybody else. That's crazy. The one they wanted got away. And now they got to make it work and keep the peace and stay far, far away from somebody that they want to recognize. Somebody was trying to like use you as a space filler. You know, someone to spend time with in between time while they were going through a separation with someone else. And now it's permanent. It's official. Let's get your closing message. Do. Put me in Chanel. Do. Put me in Chanel. You say you love me, then put me in Chanel. Or you may be saying like, what? How dare you? You know, I had people that would buy me this and buy me that. I ain't never had to beg nobody for no love and no affection. And it's like, joke's on you. Because you settled for computer love. Do. I want to love you. We got strength. Ooh-wee. So it says, you are stronger than you realize. Though the times may be tough, remember that you have the courage and the resilience to get through it. Your inner strength will help you overcome all obstacles. If you said, you know, God give me strength to deal with this person, could be a Leo with the lion energy. The truth will set you free, but I feel like even with you knowing the truth, you got to pretend like you don't know. Like even though you're watching this reading and you're getting the tea, you still got to pretend like you don't know. But I'm going to give it to you straight. I ain't going to hold your hand and say if and then and sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to give it to you real straight. This relationship going to make you stronger. It's going to force you to focus on yourself in the meantime because you ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice but to endure and try to persevere. But at least you know the truth. So that's half the battle. Half the battle is knowing the reality behind a situation. And I do feel like you are accepting your lot. You know, this is my debt. This is my hand. I do feel like you are accepting your lot in the situation, the hand that you played in the situation. When the hand that rocks the cradle, when you know someone is not on your level emotionally, spiritually, mentally, when you know you have issues, but you still choose and you accept a person as they are, then you know that that's not true love. Because how can they love you if they don't love themselves? You know that. So you know you are very smart and you know better. So prepare to be forged in fire and refined as silver and gold. You going back to basics. It's time for you to meet your creator. Doop.